Well, in this video, I'm just going to give you some, I hope, or some pointers on how to handle. You know, if you have to take these social justice warrior classes, if you go to some schools, you got to take these social justice warrior courses. Now, you know, you hear the term social justice, you think that sounds like a good thing, right? And it generally is, except for these social justice warrior types. They basically are into demonizing people. You know, if you don't agree with them, they demonize you, dehumanize you. You know, you're a fascist, you're a Nazi, you're racist, you're sexist. That's how you know they have no real points. It's just all talking points. They have no real points. They're dogmatic, authoritative. That's why they get violent and aggressive when people disagree with them. I mean, you see what they're doing. And there's a little saying, you know, hard times create strong men create good times. Well, let me go ahead and start. Hard times create strong men create good times create weak men create hard times. And right now we have weak people in charge. That's what these social justice, you know, these professors that are indoctrinating them are weak. These are weak-minded people. You know, they came up with ideas and stuff. It would never pass actual peer review. You know, it would not. Nobody would give a second thought to their ramblings. It's basically like reading Mein Kampf. If you ever read Hitler's Mein Kampf, I have. It's basically all ramblings. And they don't know what a fascist is. It's just, to them, a fascist is someone who disagrees with them. Ask them if they call someone a fascist or call you a fascist. Say, what is a fascist? Who started fascism? Let's see if they can answer Mussolini, and if they've even read his autobiography. I've read his autobiography. You should read it too if you get a chance. They aren't going to know any of that stuff. They know their doctored history and all this stuff. They don't know actual history. You know, they just know what the white man has done. They don't know what other ethnicities have done. They don't know what's been done to Europe. When we think about the nation of Turkey, you know, Turkey. Look what Turkey is. What do you think the Turks did to the white people, the Europeans that lived in that area? They murdered, raped them, enslaved them. But how to handle some of these classes? First off, you got to remember, if you disagree with your professor, you're all of a sudden, in that person's eyes, an enemy, and they probably aren't going to pass you, or they're going to give you a bad grade. It isn't like a debate class. It isn't like science. You know, in science, your opinions don't matter. Okay, if you disagree with the professor in a science class, you know, they're going to give you facts and stuff like this and back up their positions. Do not expect that from social justice warrior types or social justice warrior professor types. They can't do it. They can't back up what they're saying. It's just all going to be talking points and lies and misrepresentations. Like the media, you know, CNN, Fox News, all of them, they just lie to you. But that's the main point, is to be very, very careful what you say to those classes. You know, women's studies, African American studies, gender studies, and all this nonsense, you know. Be very careful. And if you don't have to take them, it's probably best not to, unless you just want to have on your resume. It's a waste of time, waste of money. You're not going to learn anything about it. It's just all the stuff they're going to tell you really is pointless. You know, they don't have too many points. You can watch all their videos and see what they have to say. Everybody's an enemy to them. Now, this doesn't mean every feminist is bad. No, I'm talking about the Nazi feminists, the extreme, people on the extreme. Not everyone who calls themselves a social justice warrior is going to be the type of people you're going to be like, oh, great. But as soon as they start using the term fascism, racism, sexism, that's your cue not to listen to them anymore. So if the professors, you know, talks about white people this, white people that, white men, you know, that's basically what they want to lead with all the time. If they always, white people are bad on the cause of the world problems, and the white man, it's best to not talk to them. Be very, 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 very careful. You know, they have no evidence. It's like, you know, some of these liberal types. Why would they support Islam? Why, ask your social justice warrior professor, why would you support Islam when Islam doesn't support you? Do you know what the Quran and the Hadith says? Don't ask them, because you're going to get screwed. But you're going to want to ask them, you know, you do realize that they do not support your liberal beliefs. I'm not a liberal or a conservative. I like certain points in both groups. I can see the good and the bad in both. I'm not one of those people that is so dogmatic, so ideological that, hey, only this is correct. But anyways, what Islam does not agree. If the Muslims were to get in charge, the first people that they're going to go after would be the homosexuals, transgendered, the lesbians, the gays, all these people, these feminists and all these other people. They're going to, not have a good time under Muslim rule. So they might want to rethink about being so supportive of the religion of Islam. I'm not talking about Muslims themselves. I'm talking about the religion. Just like with Christianity and Judaism and all this other stuff. I look at all religion with suspect. I'm suspicious of all religions, but Islam is the only one that tells the followers to kill anyone they disagree with. But if your professor is, of course, telling you all the virtues of Islam, now if you want to debate them, go ahead, but make sure you already graduated from that college and you have your transcripts. You got to be careful with those professors. And notice that they usually sit in their comfortable offices while they send their students out to do all the protesting. You ever notice that? There's not really a whole lot you can, I like how my handwriting, you're lucky you don't have to read my handwriting. Because they don't have peer review. How can they have peer review? It's just a bunch of people they're going to be agreeing with. And science doesn't work like that. Scientists, you're going to try to, you better be airtight. Your argument for your research better be airtight. And you'll hear in like gender studies, they're going to talk nonsense about gender and all this stuff. And, none of this stuff can be backed up. They can't back it up. I heard one person says, well, their skeletons are like in between, blah, blah, blah. But no one uses skeletons to determine gender, do they? You can use the genes. You can't always look at the genitals, but you can definitely look at the person's genes. And I know there's some people with XXY and all that stuff. Yeah, those are usually people are going to have certain problems. They're not. They're still, if they have that Y chromosome, they're going to be male. Sorry. If they have X, even if it's 3 or 4 X's, they're still female. There's only 2 genders, male and female, X and Y. Can't change that. But the problem is, these people will argue and argue and argue and argue. And of course, if you say that stuff, oh, you're just transphobic, you're homophobic, you're this and that. Because they are not interested in dialogue. The Steve Shives, people like that, they're not interested in any type of dialogue. They're not. Then you got Lacey Green, who seems to be interested in having dialogue, which is good. I prefer not to speak to anybody. I just like being left alone, not talking to people. And I just ramble, talk nonsense. Nope. Like I say in my description, these views, the things I say I may or may not agree with. But anyways. Huh. But be very careful in your classes. Be careful about disagreeing with those professors. You gotta be very careful, because if you disagree with them, they will screw you up. They will screw you over. You are not going to be too happy with how they'll screw you over. You'll notice that in your classes, as they run their mouths, most of the students are going to just be shaking their head, yeah, but they're not really going to fall for it. But you got the weak students in your classes, they're going to believe whatever those professors tell them. And that's just how it is. And it's sad. And those are the ones that are going to cut. Notice how the Antifa people, they cover their faces. They don't even know what fascism is. If they knew what fascism was, then they would realize that they are the fascists. They hate free speech. And they don't even know what free speech is. They think stopping other people from talking is free speech. How stupid is that? All you have to do is debate them. Okay, you think someone's a Nazi, Ann Couture is a Nazi or homophobic. Give us evidence that she's racist and all this stuff. Debate her. Why aren't these professors debating people like her? If they really believe that nonsense. Of course, she's only a racist and all this stuff because they disagree with her. I'm not going to say I agree or disagree. I'm not going to say either because I never actually listened to her too much. I really don't listen to talking heads that much. Bill Maher, well, I don't even remember all their names. Sometimes I can't even get it right. Those people on Fox, CNN, MSNBC, and all those others, They're just opinion pieces. That's all the media is now, is opinion pieces. They're fluff pieces. They're not really true media anymore like they used to be. You can't really trust anything they say. But remember, they'll get violent and very aggressive if you disagree with them. That's why they're not truly, truly fighting for social justice. They just want justice for their own group. Just like Hitler only wanted social justice for his own group. He's like the grandfather of social justice warrior, of the social justice warriors. They don't realize it. Because he wanted to take the rights from the Jews and give it to the Germans, to the Aryans. The Aryans, not the aliens. I don't know if I said it, pronounced it like that. You know my voice, you know listening to me how I sound. Well, that's it. Bye.